All right, everybody, welcome. We're here with PASKY Slam Cake Vapes Truck Series here at Talladega. This is going to be playoff race number 1. Guys are in qualify right now. Got a pretty good field out here so far. Top 12 will be listed in the comments section. Well, matter of fact, we'll be putting the top 12 up in a minute. I'm going to be alone here tonight. Wingnut is sick, so he's not going to be joining me. Steve is going to try and race here tonight. So, I told Steve if he gets wrecked out, come back up into the booth. So we'll see. Hopefully he doesn't get wrecked out. I'd like to see him actually finish. Excuse me, but having an issue with trading paints for some reason, not getting the paint schemes up. It says that they're updated, but obviously these are not the paint schemes that the guys are running. So hopefully sometime during the broadcast it'll come back on. Anyhow, what's going on, Tyler? What's up, Judy? Hopefully a good race here tonight. See what these guys can do. Let's pull up the top 12 drivers. These are the top 12 drivers that are in the playoffs right now. You got the number 42, Jeff Hollingsworth. 97 of Tanner Coster, the number 2 of Nate Siefker, 78 Matthew Tyrell, 28 of Christopher Bouchard, Kevin Mayhood Paskowicz, 07 of Ray Black, 34 of Corey Budnot, 49 of Robert Dudley, the 57 of David Bigger, 21 of Brandon Stokes, and the 707 of Michael Whitaker. So those are the drivers that are looking to get a really good finish here. Obviously, it's Talladega. Anything can happen, and anything will happen. So we'll have to see where this goes. Take a quick look at the weather. Right now for qualify, you got 99 degrees on the track, 74 degrees in the air. Right now, Siefker's holding on to the top spot. Joe Morganti, Brandon Stokes. So we'll see who else comes out. Let's go with James McDavid. Yeah, you see like on his trucks, it's kind of a red and blue. I don't know why the paints aren't showing, but hopefully, yeah, Siri. Hopefully it will show before this night is over anyhow. Got a pretty good field out here. Got some guys that took a qualified time already. There's a bunch of drivers that haven't taken a qualified time yet. I know a lot of guys like to start in the back on these kind of races, so we'll see how that goes. So right now you're watching 28 Chris Bouchard. It looks like we're just about ready to run out of time here. We'll see what Bouchard gets across the line. If he can beat Siefker's time of 54.514. And then we will go to our national anthem, and we'll come back with these guys gridding up, getting ready to take it. That's going to move him up to 11th. So he's not going to make it any higher. I'm not seeing anybody else come out on the track just yet. Oh, make a liar out of me. Here comes Ray Black. He is one of the drivers you'll be wanting to watch tonight also. And I believe all the drivers that are in the top 12 will have the yellow numbers on their trucks. So hopefully those are the only guys that have the numbers on their truck, the yellow numbers. So we'll just refer back to this every so often just to get a reminder of who the 12 drivers are, and we'll update them as each week goes by. All right, we're going to run to our national anthem, and then we'll come back.
We are in the land of the free because of the brave. And so we ask by your grace that you would bring them home soon and safe. In the name of Jesus, I pray. Amen.
All right, hopefully we will get the paints to load up here sometime soon. I'm not sure what's going on with it, but Nate Seifker does hang on to the pole. So we'll run through the grid here, waiting for the rest of the guys to get on track. Nate Seifker is going to start on the pole, so congratulations to Nate on grabbing that spot. Joe Morganti is going to run second here tonight. Starting third is going to be Brandon Stokes. Ray Black Jr. Going to be starting fourth. Fifth is going to be Mike Whitaker. And I just noticed they got the CC next to their name, so I'm assuming that's going to be for the playoffs. Stephen Park, 7th. Byron Rodney, 8th. 9th is James McDavid. Tanner Coster, 10th. 11th is Willie Glenn. 12th is Chris Bouchard. 13th is going to be Jeff Hollingsworth. Corey Budnot going to be 14th. 15th is Robert Dudley. Johnny Antonucci, 16th. 17th is Ron Hollyfield. Kevin Paskowicz, 18th. 19th, Matthew Tyrell. 19th and 21st, Mark Jenkins. 22nd, Devin Doss. 23rd, Michael Atkins Jr. 24th, David Bigger. 25th, Francois Pelletar. 26th, Bob Lacavara. 27th, Chad Witt. Rounding out the field, Hoot Baker. I'm not sure what's going on here tonight. I am not liking this at all. All right. Yeah, I don't know, man. Nothing's really changed on these sounds, so I don't get it. I'm making a couple of quick adjustments. Is it just my voice quiet or the truck's quiet also? Come on, paints. I'm going to try refreshing them one more time and see if it works. So you see everything go white for a minute. All right, we got 94 laps. I'm surprised. Is it still really low? I've raised it up a little bit more, try to get a little more out of it. Go up a little bit higher. See if it don't help. Kind of weird. One of them nights, I think. Anyhow, we're getting ready for the playoff race number 1 here at Talladega. This is the Slam Cake Vapes Truck Series here at PASKY's. It don't seem like anything really wants to work right tonight, man, so we're going to have to work through this. So it looks like Nate Seifker is going to take the inside on this start. We'll see how this goes. We saw, what was it, Sunday night Truck Series. If you knew me, you wouldn't say that. But yeah, we saw Sunday night. Really 2 lines. They tried to make a 3rd line go on the trucks here at Talladega, and that really didn't work very well. 3rd line wasn't really good like the Xfinity Series, so I think we're going to see a bunch of 2-lane racing here and then a lot of inside line racing because it seemed like inside line was better. Anyhow, pace car is going in, and we're getting ready to fire these boys up here. Seifker is going to bring them to the green on the inside. And hopefully we get some long green flag runs out here tonight. Got 94 laps to go. Green flag is out. Look like we got a pretty good start up front. See a couple guys a little bit further back starting to drop down a little bit. We'll see who is going to lead this first lap. The 21 of Brandon Stokes up on the outside. Nate Seifker down on the inside. Oh, we're going 3 wide, a little bit further back. And it looks like Nate Seeker with, well, almost without any contest going to lead that. But that's going to be close. 707. Mike Whitaker takes a jump to the outside. See who can get there first at the line. Ooh, that was close. Who did they score it to? Wow, Mike Whitaker going to lead that first lap. And we see that a lot. You'll see the outside line come across first. And guys don't really like to start in the outside, but wow. See the 21, Brandon Stokes, right behind the 707 of Whitaker. And, man, and I wish Whitaker's paint was showing, too, because he usually runs some really, really cool paint schemes. Looks like everybody is still pretty much 2x2. We got somebody a little bit further back trying to, I think, trying to just drop to the back of the field a little bit. Got 2 guys up on the outside. All right, one's going to drop back down and leave the 33 of Mark Jenkins up there by himself. And we saw Sunday night with DRL, the outside line did, the third lane, I should say, did not work. Raising them up a little bit too. See a couple guys still up on the outside in that third lane trying to get something going up there, or maybe just trying to move back, but we did not see it. But Brandon Stokes now to the front, so he'll get across the start-finish line and get called your leader. This time he'll get a lead lap. I think Sunday night was 34 lead changes, so let's see how many lead changes these guys come up with here. Let's look back from Seifker here. Oh, and the yellow is out. Let's go find out what happened here. If we can see anybody that's got some damage. I don't see anybody stopped on the track. Let's see if we can try and figure out what happened here. Oh, something with the 7 of Paskowicz, and I'm not sure who that was with him. Oh, yeah, Paskowicz and the 48 of Michael Atkins Jr. make some contact. Let's go take a look at that one more time. Let's back up a little bit more. Well, I'm not really sure what happened. Let's go on the back of the 57 and look back. Oh, I'm sorry. Hang on. That wasn't the 57. That's the 49 of Robert Dudley. Let me jump on the back of his truck as soon as I can find him here in the list. All right, here we go. Let's see if we can see what it looked like behind him. Oh, yeah, it just looked like, I don't know, maybe Paskowicz didn't see him up there or something. All right, we're into caution number 1. And a bunch of guys are going to come down pit road, which I'm really surprised about. Let's see who came down pit road. Stephen Parks, Brandon Stokes, Mike Whitaker, Tanner Coster, Ray Black Jr., Robert Dudley, James McDavid, Mark Jenkins, Willie Glenn, Jeff Hollingsworth. A bunch of guys came down. Seifker stays out. Lonnie Barrington going to move up to second. Byron Rodney's going to move up to third. Joe Morganti fourth. Bob Lacavera fifth. Corey Boudinot sixth. Stephen Parks going to be scored seventh. David Bigger eighth. And just a reminder, these are the top 12 playoff drivers in the race here tonight. This is race number 1 in the playoffs, so definitely going to be fun here. Got 94 laps. We are coming to lap 7. Had 1 caution. Not a whole lot of damage done, but just enough for the caution to be thrown. We're looking at 95 degrees on the track. 74 degrees in the air. So we'll keep an eye on that and see if it drops or if it's going to heat up with all these trucks out here. And it looks like got Rob Jenkins in the 89 just coming out, and then Kevin Paskowitz, yeah, he's going to stay on the lead lap, so he's just getting out of pit road also. And he got involved with the 48, so let me see if I can find the 48 and take a look at his truck. Yeah, he looks like he's all right. So we got Nate Seifker with 3 laps led, going to bring these guys to green. See if anybody's going to duck in over here. Looks like I believe that is the 57 of David Bigger going to be going down pit road again. Top off with fuel. This could end up being a fuel strategy race. All right, lights are out. Nate Seifker on the inside, Lonnie Barrington on the outside, then followed by Byron Rodney and Joe Morganti, Bob Lacavera and Corey Boudinot, making up your first 3 rows. We saw on the original start, the first start here, the inside line, the leader, the pole sitter, did not lead that first lap. So we'll have to keep an eye and see if Barrington's going to get in front of Seifker before they get to the start-finish line, or one of these guys in the second or third row going to jump up. Yeah, the paints are coming through. It's just not the custom paint schemes that the guys are running. This is just the iRace base paints. A lot of these guys have custom paint skins that they use through a program that's called Trading Paints, and it says it's up to date, but obviously it's not showing them. So I'm not sure what happened. I don't know if it's a server issue because they're trying to run the custom numbers here tonight. And I'm wondering if that's going to mess with me because I'm technically a spectator. So I wonder if that has anything to do with it. Not really sure. So sorry, guys. Paint schemes are not coming through the way you see them on track. All right, so we're waiting for the pace car to go in. Nate Seifker going to bring these guys to green. See if we can get some green flag runs here and shake up this playoff. And I believe they can go anytime now that the pace car is off the track. The first start is on green. Yeah, that's exactly what I say. And he goes, waiting on that flag, but he's going now. Look at that crowd just go on by. So Seifker off to a pretty good start. The outside line that time didn't really get a good jump. Barrington falling back a little bit. That's going to let Byron Rodney kind of pull ahead. Byron's going to jump to the outside line and try and get in front of Seifker. Going to use the 23 of Barrington and try to get up ahead. Let's see if they do the same thing that happened on the original start here. You see the 8 of Stephen Parks jump up to that outside line too. So it seems like that outside line might be the place you want to be early on. Watch this run that they get over here. See Byron Rodney really hanging on the outside. Got somebody up in that third lane. Man, I wish they had their paint schemes on working, because it'd be nice to be able to tell you when you get to know them, you know them by what their trucks look like. And then when you see the trucks like this, it's like a whole list of new drivers. Byron Rodney gets to the front. See if Byron Rodney can get across the line and get scored for leading this lap. Yes, he does. So Byron Rodney's going to be your leader here. Lonnie Barrington's still running that outside line. We have, I believe that's the 48 up on the high outside line. Atkins Jr. trying to make a third lane up here, but I don't know. The guys tried it Sunday and it didn't work really good. Sorry about that. I was saying goodnight to my son. Yeah, we got 3 wide a little bit further back. Stephen Parks now out on the outside. Look like guys are trying to form something up there on that outside line. Stephen Parks up there alone right now. They kind of hung him out. Meanwhile, Byron Rodney taking charge in that second lane. Seifger, though, with a good run on the inside, coming down the backstretch. It's like a drag race into 3. Yeah, Stephen Parks still up on that outside third lane. Seifger with a better run in. We'll see if Byron Rodney can get the run out. Who's going to get to the line first? Looks like it's going to be Byron Rodney again. That's when you thought it was over. Seifger down on the inside. Lonnie Barrington's sitting there. Bob Lagavara. Mark Jenkins in that number 33. Moving his way up. And look at Barrington now down to the inside to try to take a challenge on Byron Rodney. He's got a good run going right here. See if he can hang on to it. It looks like he might be able to hang on, get across the line. You see that run Byron Rodney gets, just not in time. So Lonnie Barrington now going to grab himself a lap lead here. And you can see when they're coming through the dog leg, that outside line, man, they really get a charge. Just a couple feet too short there for Byron to hang on to it. But look at that outside line once again. And we still got the 48 of Atkins Jr. up in that third lane, coming back down again, trying to get something going up there. Saw a couple of guys go out there, but like I said, Sunday night, it just couldn't be done. So I don't think it's going to be done here tonight. So Byron Rodney back to the point. Now here comes the 33. Whoa, guys are getting a little bit crazy behind him. Who is that? That's Lonnie Barrington. Went from all the way up in the front on the outside, dropping back to like 6th or 7th, almost 8th now. Mark Jenkins, though, to the front with the 49 of Robert Dudley. Who they got back behind them? Willie Glenn. We're seeing some serious shakeups going on here. And look at the 49, Robert Dudley, going to try and drop the 33 right there and get her around him on the outside. And it's going to be close. I don't know. Got to see how they scored that one. Yeah, Robert Dudley does beat him to the line. So I'm saying you just don't know. That outside line gets that run right before the line. Let's see. Jenkins now going to jump up in front of Byron Rodney to the outside line. Robert Dudley down on the inside. See if they can do a reverse. See if Jenkins can beat Dudley to the line and get scored for leading the lap. So far, he's got a good run going on the outside and going through the dog leg. It seems like that. Oh, somebody up into the wall. And look at that. Byron Rodney almost to the outside. That is going to go to Mark Jenkins. 3 wide up front. Oh, we got guys scraping the wall. The 3 wide up in the front. We're 3 wide a little bit further back. And we are only at lap 16. We got 94 laps here. Yeah, I don't know. Everybody wants to keep going down to that inside line, and that inside line is not where you want to be. You want to be in that middle lane and just stay there, man. Like you see right now, Mark Jenkins is right there. He's going to drop down. If he drops down to the inside and they close the door on him, you watch the 8 of Stephen Parks now. He's probably going to be able to get by. That outside line just seems to be the more dominant line right now. Well, actually the middle lane, but I'm calling it the outside line because really only 2 lanes going on right now. Got a couple of guys trying to do a 3rd lane, but I'm telling you, man, it just ain't going to work. Look at that from above. Look at the 42 of Jeff Hollingsworth. 7 of Kevin Paskowitz right there also with them now. A couple of chase drivers up here in the front. A couple of non-chase drivers up here in the front too, shaking things up. Yeah, let them know, man, that inside line, get in the outside line and just stay up there and hold it. We've seen that Sunday night. That was the dominant way to go around. So Stephen Parks right now going to grab himself a lap lead. A little bit further back, we're starting to see guys try to form up that 3rd lane. Going to have 4 trucks up there in a minute. Definitely a nice looking sight. So Stephen Parks to the front. Them as they come across the line. That's amazing. There's a good sized field out here too. You got Paskowitz and Byron Rodney up in that outside line right in front of them. I believe that's the 42 of Jeff Hollingsworth. And then you got the 12 of Willie Glenn right in there also on the inside line. We got somebody poking their nose out. I believe that's the 23 of Barrington. And I think he almost made contact with Paskowitz. Oh, Paskowitz is going around. Oh, man. Who's that? Paskowitz, the 5, the 707. Got a little piece of that. Let's go back. Take a look what happened. Look like PASKY and who's that? Chad Witt maybe got together. I think PASKY was trying to come back down in the hole, and there really wasn't anything there for him to come back down into. Yeah, it's a 77 of Chad Witt right behind you. See PASKY slip up high. Obviously, Chad Witt's got to run, tries to close that hole. Man, the 48 involved in that again also. Wow, the 19 hard into the wall, the 48, the 59, the 707. We got lots of time, so we can go back and look. Let's go look at the 707 of Whitaker here. Yeah, minding his own business, nowhere to go. Wow, what a shame. A lot of trucks tore up on that one. Hopefully guys still have a fast repair. We got guys coming down pit road. Let's throw up the pit road timer. Let's see who's going to do what down here. How many guys going to grab 2? Anybody going to grab any tires at all? I know a lot of guys said they were taking 2 each stop, so we'll see if they're still going to do that or not. Looks like we got some pretty good stops. I'm not really seeing anybody backing up. Robert Dudley with a 9.9, Brandon Stokes with a 9.3. So it looks like we might have some guys taking 2 tires. Meanwhile, Jeff Hollingsworth stays out with Matthew Tyrrell, Devin Dawson at 95. Let me try refreshing one more time and see if it works. You see him go white for a minute. Hopefully we can get some paints on here. Be nice to see this wind up. Oh, what happened here? Bob Lacavera and somebody got into each other under caution? Is that payback? Not sure who that was with him. The truck is still white. There we go. That was 7 of Kevin Pasquez. Let's go back and look. What happened with Kevin? Did he lose control, or is maybe a little bit heated? We have a little bit of a rivalry going on here. Yeah, it looks like he just came right up into the 5 of Bob Lacavera. Yeah, make it a little bit hard to broadcast though with just the white trucks. But yeah, usually if you refresh, sometimes you can get the paints to come back on. I don't know what's going on, man. It really should have come up. I know they have this server set for custom numbers, and it has you hide the iRace numbers. So I don't know if that's an issue or not. I know some guys were talking about the truck series having different issues with the custom numbers. So my guess would be that's probably it. So you got Ray Black Jr. up in the front now. We saw those other guys go in. Let's see, how many lead changes have we had so far? 11 lead changes. Sunday night was 34, so we'll see if they're going to top them on the lead changes tonight. 21 laps complete. We're under caution number 2. Let's check the weather. 97 degrees on the track, 74 in the air. So the track's still a little bit hot. And it looks like Ray Black Jr. going to take the inside. Ooh. All right. I didn't think he would be taking anybody out, but you know, tempers come out, man. But yeah, it kind of did look like he dropped it down low, maybe to try to fix the wheel. I've had it come off on me one time. I ended up drilling holes and putting bolts in it to stop that problem, because that is an awful feeling. I'm liking that 707 number going by on the ticker. If you see his truck, you would see it would match. Unfortunately, we're not seeing his truck tonight. How's it going, Alan? All right, Ray Black Jr. going to get these guys going green. Corey Boudinot on the outside. Stephen Parks, Brandon Stokes, Robert Dudley, Byron Rodney, Nate Seifker, Willie Glenn, Mark Jenkins, and Joe Morganti, your top 10 right now. We'll see Ray Black Jr. on the inside. Can he get around and get scored for that lap? Or Corey Boudinot or another driver going to be able to get by? So far, we've seen a couple of restarts where the inside line did not lead that lap. All right, and he is going to go. You don't want to get too far out. He gets too far ahead of these guys, and they'll just blow past him. So Corey Boudinot now going to jump in behind him in second. Stephen Parks going to jump it into third. Kind of a weird start. Going to be side by side down the backstretch. I don't know. I'd stay up in that outside, that second lane. The 34, Corey Boudinot was just side by side with Ray. Now he's almost door to door with Stephen Parks. Brandon Stokes. Who's going to get to the line first? We're going to go 3 wide up front. And Ray Black Jr. is going to get that one. And then Corey's going to have to find himself a place to drop in. If the 75 of Byron Rodney closes that hole, he's going to have to wait and drop back a few spots. I don't see anybody going up there to try to help. Meanwhile, up front, Ray Black Jr. and the 21 of Brandon Stokes pushing really hard on the inside. Here comes the 33. Mark Jenkins is going to push his way through, going to lead that second line. And I believe that is that Stephen Parks? Yeah, Stephen Parks now up to the third lane. Kind of got pushed up there and staying up there now. Got to find a place to jump in. We have a couple guys down low. Devin Doss, Terrell. Coming up on a lap down truck. He's going to stick it up on the outside line, let these guys go by. That could be a problem for Steve right here. Hopefully Steve's, oh, the one, oh, Steven caught in that one too. Wow. What happened with Ron Holyfield? I used to seeing him in the one. Let me go back and see what happened with Ron. I think Ron may have had a little bit of help. He's got the 12 of Willie Glenn behind him. Oh, I think Ron may have slowed down to just backed off just a little bit to keep off of that lap truck. And Willie Glenn might not have seen it. He gave him a little bump. Around they go. But, man, Stephen Parks, who was up front a little bit earlier, jumps up to that outside line probably to try to avoid trouble, and look, boom, caught in it. These guys will do some pit stops here and get back out. We're going to go to a commercial break. We will be right back.
Truex in the outside, contact made, 56 slides in at a 4, who's going to be at the stripe? Dead even, give it to Ryan Truex. Truex is your winner over Tandy.
All right, we are back here. Under caution, pacing around, getting ready to go back green in a minute here. We got 27 laps complete. We're under caution number 3. We've had 12 lead changes. We still got 67 laps to go. Take a quick look at the weather. Looking at 96 degrees now on the track. This is PASKY Slam Cake Vapes Truck Series. We're here at Talladega for playoff race number 1. Looking at your leader, Mark Jenkins. He started 21st. He is currently up in the front. We got Robert Dudley started 15th. He's sitting second. Lonnie Barrington started 6th. He's up in 3rd. Byron Riley started 8th. He's sitting 4th. And then you got Tanner Coster, who started 10th. He's up in 5th. See the CC next to their name. So those drivers are in the chase. We'll see if Mark Jenkins is going to choose the inside or the outside on this restart. Stephen Parks able to get back out. One of the guys that are up here in the booth. He's sitting in 14th. Chad Witt in the 77 is sitting 15th. Where's the 707? Mike Whitaker. He's back in 21st. Even the one of Ron Hollyfield is back out on the track. Looks like he's got a little bit of damage on that truck. Might be hanging on to that fast repair. You got 24 on the lead lap. Devin Doss, the first truck, a lap down at number 95. And you got the 78 of Matthew Tyrell, and then the 7 of Kevin Paskowich. And Francois Pelletar, he is just leaving the pits. So we'll see if Mark Jenkins is able to start on the inside here and hang on to the lead. Get by the start-finish line the next time by. If Robert Dudley's going to get by or one of these other guys behind, we've seen really hard for the inside line to hang on to it and get past that start-finish line after the restart here. I don't know. Usually the inside line is the better line, so guys are more comfortable. You can drive in a little bit harder and then slide your truck up. A lot of guys feel that the outside line is at a disadvantage, but from what I've seen here from Sunday night and tonight in the truck series, that that second lane is really where you want to be. And once Sunday night, once guys figured it out, we had guys that just stayed there. And even though they cleared the truck on the inside, they never went down. They stayed up there, and you know, they led tons of laps. And the thing too here with these plate tracks, if you get a really good start and you get too far out in front of everybody, the speed that these guys will get drafting up on you, they can actually blow right past you. So you got to be careful when you're the leader. I know Mark Jenkins knows how to do it. We'll see if he's able to be the first one to bring it around and get that lap. Just waiting for him to hit that pedal. Green flag is out. He waited. So we'll keep an eye up front for a minute. We'll see if he has any better luck here on the inside line than some of the previous drivers. And you see how even the 49 drifts back a little bit. We've seen that each time, but they get such a strong run on the outside, and even coming out of 4 and going through the dog leg. Look how fast he's able to catch up and clear him. He kind of falls, 49 falls back just a little bit here, but watch the run that outside line will get right here and see if it's enough past the line. So close. Man, I think that's going to go to, no, that does go to Robert Dudley on the outside. So, yeah, once again, the outside line beats them to the line. Not by much, but, yeah, beats them to the line. So now if Robert wants to really hang tight and grab a whole bunch of laps led here, man, stay right where you are. Oh, come on in, bro. I could use the company. See, right here, the 33 gets a really good run. It looks like he's going to easily get scored as your leader. But then, look, here comes that outside line one more time again. And I believe that's going to go back to Robert Dudley again. So, I mean, there it goes. Just shows you, you know, stay where you're at. Don't worry about it. We have somebody up there on the outside trying to do something up in that third lane. I don't know if they're opting to try to fall back, but he's got company now. Where are we at? That is the 19. Francois, and he's a lap down. Who's he got with him? He's got the 34 of Corey Boudinot, who is on the lead lap, trying to use him to get towards the front. So let's see. We're going to be 3 wide up here in a minute. Well, we are 3 wide back in, what is that, about 5th or 6th. See, I believe that was Byron Ronnie. Got a little bit squirrely there. He got the 5 of Bob Lacavara right behind him. Got the 23 Lonnie Barrington right behind the 33 of Mark Jenkins. You just got to get on a PC, get TeamSpeak 3, get you the TeamSpeak information, get up here, man. Maybe get out here for Friday. Come do the Grand Nationals on Friday night, and then come back on Sunday night if you want. Look at that, 3 wide, 3 wide, 3 wide, 3 wide, and 3 wide. These guys are really trying to make that outside line work. Looks like it's going pretty good so far. Atkins Jr. going to be one of the first drivers here with Stephen Parks and Corey Boudinot to, somebody made a little contact with the wall. And there goes a 49, going to drop it down to the inside. Atkins Jr. going to take his spot in the second lane. Oh, that's awful. Look at that, 3 wide, 3 wide, 3 wide. And Robert going to grab that one. So that third lane's starting to fall apart again right now. Even the 48 of Atkins Jr. on that second lane, they kind of drifted back a little bit. Got some shuffling going on once again. Go back up to Barrington, take a look back. Let's look back from the leader. So let's jump up to the outside line with Atkins Jr. That is some serious closeness right there. Wow, Kevin Paskowitz jumps right down into that spot. Robert Dudley out front, Mark Jenkins right behind him. You got the 19 of Francois trying to get his lap back. He is only 1 lap down, I believe. Take a quick look. Yeah, he's only 1 lap down, so he's in the lucky dog spot right now as it is. But if he can get in front of these guys before caution comes out, he'll be able to get around. But then that'll give Kevin Paskowitz the wave around. So I don't know if he really wants to do that. Yeah, that outside line is so powerful. Oh, look at that. He squeezes up in front of the 23 of Barrington. Meanwhile, we're about 2 by 2 pretty much all the way through. And as I say that, they start trying to form up that third line. Let's go up front and see. They kind of left Robert Dudley alone, like a sitting duck there. He's not going to be able to get to the outside, and I think that inside line is going to close up. He's going to have to hope one of these drivers, jump in front or behind him, and that is going to be the 53 of Morganti. He's got plenty time. He actually, what are we at, lap 39? He's actually got plenty time. He knows he's got a truck for it. If I was him, I would just kind of sit tight. Can't win it if you're not around at the end, you know. So I would kind of let things unfold a little bit. And as we start getting closer to the end, I'd start making a heavy move. So Mark Jenkins out there. He's got Corey Boudinot behind him. The 53 Morganti's going to jump in behind them, followed by, who is that, James McDavid? Kevin Paskowicz. So now did Paskowicz get in front of, let's see. What happened to Francois? Where'd he go? He dropped all the way back to 24th. I think that was him that got a little bit of scrape on the wall. So that's going to put the 7 up in the lucky dog spot. Yeah, he went from almost, Francois went from almost getting his lap back to dropping back quite a ways. Just from a little scrape on the wall. Meanwhile, up front, man, we got guys moving all over. And look, you got Paskowicz right there behind the 34 in that second lane, and then the driver up in that third lane in that red and white truck, the 19. They're fighting for the lucky dog spot. So if a caution comes out and neither of those guys are hit, they'll get the lucky dog. So those guys are technically fighting for a position to get back on the lead lap. Yeah, I'm starting to see that third lane try to form again. It's interesting to see them try. We've seen it work a little bit for the 48 a little bit earlier, but it's really not as good as it is in the Xfinity Series. The Xfinity Series, they were 3 wide, probably 10 deep, lap after lap. It worked really good, but just can't seem to get it done in the trucks. There goes Paskowicz now. He's going to be leading that second lane. And what's bad, too, is Paskowicz got a pretty good truck. You see him able to run up there in the top, but he is a lap down. So it's, you know, all that work really just to try to get on the tail end of the lead lap. How many lead changes have we had so far? 17 lead changes. Oh, it's right up there. Never mind. Never mind. And now Corey Boudinot out front. Mark Jenkins pushing him. I see Stokes somewhere in the middle of that. We see, who is that going to the outside? Wow. And Stephen Parks now back up in the 4th. Where these guys come from? And you see from, who is that behind Hollingsworth? Atkins Jr. I think he just got in front. Yeah, that's Bob Lacavera. Atkins Jr. trying to do the third lane. You got Bob Lacavera leading the second pack. Let's jump inside with a couple different drivers here while we're under green. So you can kind of see what they're seeing right now. That's a serious traffic jam at 185 miles an hour right now. Meanwhile, Corey Budnot up there. He's got 5 laps led, trying to make it 6. But you got Stephen Parks and PASKY on the outside. Right now, PASKY sitting in a really good spot because if the caution comes out and he is in front of that leader, he'll get right on the tail end of the lead lap. Won't even affect him. The 19 will have to wait for the wave around. Look at this pack coming. You got 2 trucks down on the inside. They're going to swallow them up like it's nothing. And then you got a second pack right behind them. Let's go up with the leader. Watch how fast they catch these 2 trucks in front of them. They can see him and they know they're coming at him. Look at the rate they're closing in. Wow, 33 Mark Jenkins to the middle lane. Gonna try and drag race Corey Budnot down for the score here. In a lap 48. And they are slowly pulling these guys in up front. Do they give it to the 33? Yep, Mark Jenkins gets scored for leading that lap. Imagine how they feel inside the truck. I think it's irritating to watch. How about being there racing, man, and be that guy that's up in the front 1 second and back in 27th in the next lap. Oh, somebody disappeared. That was the 42. I believe that was a 42, yeah. Where'd he go? Oh, there he goes. He came back. I wasn't even seeing him in my score. And now Corey Budnot going to go back to the front. And here they go. The oh, somebody up in the wall a little bit further back. See Chad Witt, and I believe that's Rob Jenkins up in the outside. They do a good job of letting these guys get by. You got Budanot on the inside. You have the 33 on the outside. Then you have the 48 of Atkins Jr. trying to get that third lane going again. See if Paskowicz, Dudley, and Parks can push that second line up. Right now, they're kind of stalled out at the moment. What's up there, ESBN? See if 33 Mark Jenkins can get to the line first. They're trying. Oh, we got pit stops going? No, we got somebody just ducking down underneath the yellow there, the 42. Now just watching this 3 wide going on here up in the front. And look, here comes the second pack. These guys are doing a really good job right here. Look at the 48, Michael Atkins Jr. trying to get that third lane going. We saw him actually use that third lane a little bit earlier and got down into the inside line. Telling you, after watching Sunday night's race, I know how hard that third lane is to work, and they seem to be doing pretty good with it. Mark Jenkins going to come around and lead that one. Look at the run the 48's getting on the outside with the 19. And like I said, the 19 and the 7 right now lap down both those drivers fighting for that lucky dog spot. I know Paskowicz has to be aware that the 19, oh, there it goes. There it goes. And the bottom just let out. Let's see what happened here. Riding along with the 48. See if we can see from his view. Look like him and the 49 made contact, and then maybe the 49 got into the 8. Let's change our camera and see if we can get a better shot here. A lot of drivers involved in that. A couple of drivers able to slow down. Oh, no, I thought the 707, man, he slowed down, and he looked like he was getting through it. And he turns up, and wow, right into the 57. Let me go back here with the 49 and just see if we can see what happened a little bit closer. Let me go to a different camera. Let me see if I got a far chase. Oh, I already missed it. Back up one more time. Yeah, 49 make contact. Oh, a little bit of net code too right there. I don't even think he really made contact with the 8. Yeah, no, they never really made contact. But look, the 19, 77 to 23 to 75. Wow, a lot of guys hit on that one. Now we got Mark Jenkins leading these guys down pit road. We're going to get some fresh tires, a little bit of fuel. Looks like we got some pretty good pit stops going on here. Now, curious to see who is going to get back onto the lead lap here. While we were watching that action, I did not see who was in front of who. Let me see if I can find these 7. So PASKY sitting in 24th, Francois sitting in 26th, Devin Doss sitting in 25th. Chad Witt, I believe these guys are going to take a wave around. Look like they're setting themselves up to take the wave around here. And that puts Joe Morganti up in the front. So let's see, Morganti started second. He's right up there in the top. You got Corey Boudinot at 34, started 14th. We got a little mix of drivers up front. Wait for them to come by, see if anybody's. Was Terrell got the lucky dog? All right, thanks. Yeah, so these guys are going to take a wave around. I knew what you meant. I'll wait for these guys to cross the line again so we can get the correct number of lead changes here. Showing 21 right now. We had 34 Sunday night, so we're looking to see if we can beat that here. So just a reminder of the top 12 in the playoffs here. Jeff Hollingsworth, Tanner Coster, Nate Siefker, Matthew Tyrell, Christopher Bouchard, Kevin Mayer-Paskowicz, Ray Black, Corey Boudinot, Robert Dudley, David Bigger, Brandon Stokes, and Michael Whitaker. And if you look right now, once we cross the line, let's wait for everybody to cross the line. We'll give you a rundown of each one of the playoff drivers. Right now, Corey Boudinot sitting in second, one of your playoff drivers. Then you got Brandon Stokes sitting in third. Hollingsworth sitting in fourth. Bouchard sitting in fifth. And Siefker sitting in sixth. So you got a bunch of chase drivers right there. Then we go back to 10th. You got David Bigger. 11th, you got Tanner Coster. 12th, you got Robert Dudley. Then we go back to 17th, you got Ray Black Jr. 19th, you got Mike Whitaker. 21st, Matthew Tyrell. Yep, and then 24th, waiting for the wave around, you got Kevin Paskowicz, which he will be back on the lead lap with, who is that, Willie Glenn? I mean, not Willie Glenn, Chad Witt, and the 89 of Rob Jenkins. Where's the 95 of Doss? All right, 95 of Doss not taking the wave around, so he will be still a lap down. And Francois is still going to be a lap down, so those two guys will be fighting it out for a lucky dog spot once we get ready to go back green. I'm sure he'll be glad to know that. Now what's going on with Nate Siefker here? This has one there. Maybe if he got popped for speeding in the pits, but I think he was just dropping down there on the low side. So we should see the lights go out this time. See a couple drivers take their wave round, get back on the lead lap, tail end. Hey, still got time though. Still got plenty of time to go. We got 38 laps to go. We had 21 lead changes. We're under caution number 4. And don't forget, tonight is PASKY Slam Cake Vapes Truck Series. This is Talladega playoff race number 1. And those top 12 that we just showed you, I'll pull it up one more time real quick. These top 12 drivers looking to get a good finish here tonight. So far, I don't think we've lost anybody. No, we haven't lost anybody. We still have 28 drivers out here. So let's see now. Morganti gonna take the inside, Corey Boudinot on the outside. And it looks like Morganti will have Brandon Stokes behind him. Boudinot's going to have Hollingsworth behind him. Both good pushers. We'll see once again if that outside line gets to the start-finish line before the inside line. We've seen it so far just about every start. All right, pace car is getting ready to pull in. We'll see if Morganti's going to wait for the green or is he going to go. So far, he is waiting. Guys are getting impatient behind him. You see Stokes trying to poke his nose out there. Oh, Morganti not with the best of starts. That is going to be scored to Boudinot. We'll see if Morganti can regain it back at the line. And look at the two of Seifker now up here. Johnny Antonucci down on the inside, and Hollingsworth closes that hole. He's going to leave Boudinot out there by himself. And you would kind of expect that because they are both in the playoff. So, oh, I saw it back there. Somebody is at the 75 of Byron Rodney. Oh, man, 75 of Rodney to 07 to 33, the 82 Hoot Baker with that one. Oh, Rodney with some heavy damage. Ray Black Jr. with some heavy damage. Let's back up and see what happened. Let's follow the 75 there on the outside line. Got the 23 in front, the 33 behind, and the 5 up in front of them. Oh, it looked like Byron Rodney was going to go down, and the 82 of Hoot Baker was there. Let's go right along with David Bigger from the inside cam. He had a front row view of that. Look at that. Michael Atkins Jr. too. You can see it happening right there in front of him. Wow, that was close. about Whitaker. Does he make it through? Oh, Paskowitz gets a piece of that too also. Wow, a lot of guys again caught up in that. All right, so Morganti's staying out. Let's see who did come down pit road. Hollingsworth, Hollyfield, David Bigger, Whitaker, Paskowitz, Byron Rodney, Hoot Baker, Ray Black Jr., Mark Jenkins all came down pit road, try to get some of the damages taken care of. See where the Chris Bouchard start here tonight. Started 12th. Stokes started 3rd. Siefker had a real good start too. Great qualify run. Antonucci started 16th. Park started 7th. Unat started 14th. Kessler started 10th. Cooled down a little bit. Got 91 on the track, 74 in the air. Pace drivers like to get some action. All right, we'll be back.
Growing up as a kid in Oklahoma, where I'm from, the Chili Bowl is the biggest race that we have. The Chili Bowl has kind of been my favorite race of the year. Growing up a dirt racer in Oklahoma, that's kind of the holy grail.
All right, we're back live. We got Joe Morganti, your leader, and the number 53. He's got 7 laps led so far. This is PASKY Slam Cake Vapes Truck Series. We're here at Talladega for playoff race number 1. Let's take a quick look at the summary, get you caught up here. We got 61 laps complete. We're under caution number 5. We had 23 lead changes so far, and we still got 33 laps left to go. Your top 12 in the playoff for this first race. Number 42, Jeff Hollingsworth. Number 97, Tanner Koster. Number 2, Nate Siefker. Number 78, Matthew Tyrell. Number 28, Christopher Bouchard. Number 7, Kevin Paskowich. 07 of Ray Black Jr. 34 of Corey Boudinot, the 49 Robert Dudley, the 57 of David Bigger, the 21 of Brandon Stokes, and the 707 of Michael Whitaker. And I believe all drivers are still on the track. Let me take a double take. Yeah. You got Ray Black Jr., who is, well, Kevin Paskowitz, no, he's still, I think Kevin Paskowitz is done. Ray Black Jr. is 1 lap down. Then the rest of the chase drivers are still up here on the lead lap. Brandon Stokes in 2nd. Chris Bouchard. And then Nate Siefker. So we still got a couple of guys up in the front that are in the chase. Then you got 7th, 8th, and 10th. So you got a little bit of a mix of playoff and non-playoff drivers. But it does look like Morganti's going to take the inside. Had to get myself a drink. Long caution laps here. We'll see if Morganti can get himself a better start this time. He waited for the green the last time, so we'll see this time maybe if he chooses to kind of jump it a little bit sooner once the pace car is in, maybe get these guys off guard. But we've seen just about every time, man, that outside line has made it to the checkered line, the start-finish line before the inside line. Quick look. Yeah, 90 degrees on the track, so cooling off quite a bit. All right, let's see what Joe Morganti can do here in the number 53 on the inside line. Pace car is in. I wish they would get a pace truck out there. Wish they would actually let you be a pace driver like they used to in our factor. Looks like Morganti got a little bit better of a start that time. He will get to the line first. 21 of Brandon Stokes on the outside with Siefker. Siefker is going to drop down to the inside line, so that's going to let Stephen Parks get up. Wait, who jumps up? That is Bouchard now going to jump up to the outside line. That's where you want to be. Not sure if Bouchard got up here and led any laps just yet, but man, look at the run they're getting on the outside. Bouchard down to the inside, Stokes on the outside. Obviously, Bouchard, I would have stayed up there in that second lane. You see how strong that lane is coming through the dog leg. And yeah, he is going to beat him to the line. So Brandon Stokes going to get scored for that one. We're seeing that over and over in all the starts and restarts so far. Somebody going up to the outside. Who is that? That is a 97. I believe that's Coster, and can't make out that red truck behind him. Seifker's down on the inside in the other red truck. Oh, that's James McDavid. All right, never mind. So now Bouchard with a real strong run. See if he's going to stay up there. Is he going to try to drop down to that inside line? He's got the 21 behind him. And they're 3 wide. We're shuffling back here. Look at that push from the 21. And they both jump down to the inside. Tanner Coster following. And we're still 3 wide further back. And Bouchard jumps up to the top. That's going to let Brandon Stokes close the door down low. Bouchard almost in trouble here. And we got somebody blinking out a little bit further back, but we have a 3rd lane coming. A lot of trucks up in that 3rd lane right now. I still don't think they're going to be able to do it, though. And this might go back to Morganti. Looks like that 2nd lane not going to get there in time. Going to be close. Yeah, no, Morganti going to get back on the point for this one. Look at that 3 wide back here, man. Was that? That's a 95 Devin Doss who's back on the lead lap, so he's still got a chance to get back up front here and do something. 75 Byron Rodney back up here. Nate Seifker now closer to the front. Got the 21 and the 28 together on the outside. 49 Robert Dudley back in the picture again. Yeah, that 3rd lane just doesn't have it. Unfortunately, in the truck series, you cannot get that 3rd lane going right now the way this package is. A couple of guys, Stephen Parks and a few other guys grabbing that yellow line, trying to upset the truck a little bit. And who is that? That's the 78, Terrell up to the outside now. Kind of got nowhere to go fast. Jumped the gun. Oh, we got 2 trucks going. Oh, this is going to be the big one. This is the big one. Wow, that was the big one. Those other ones were just the prelude to the big one. This is the big one. There was a lot of trucks caught up in that. Oh, man. Let's go back. I'm seeing lots of smoke, lots of damage. Let's try and see where that started out. If we could decipher this. The 8 gets into the middle. Oh, he makes contact with the 48. They go down and right back up into the field. Look at the 8 flying. And who is that? Wow, look at the 5 of Lacavera. Hold on. We'll find him again. Hang on a second. Wow. Let's ride with, hang on to yourself. We're going to ride with the 8. Maybe. I think he's gone. I don't know if we're going to be able to. Wow, what a ride. Look at David Bigger. He sees that going on right on the brakes. Luckily, nobody runs him over from behind, man. He has got it tied down. That's going with Mark Jenkins. There we go. What happened here? Yeah, he was just in the right place, right time, way back there too. Let's see what happened with the 78. Where's he at? I'm gonna look for some of the chase drivers and see if they were able to make it through. Oh yeah, oh, he definitely gets a good strong piece of that. A lot of guys tore up in that. Oh man. A lot of guys tore up in that one, unfortunately. We'll wait for these guys to cross the start-finish line. We'll see who's sitting where. But right now, we're seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Seeing 9 chase drivers, playoff drivers, still on the lead lap. Couple of others, 1 lap down, maybe in jeopardy of going a couple laps down, and we got a couple guys that are pretty heavily destroyed. Right now, the way it sits, you got Brandon Stokes leading, playoff driver. Chris Bouchard second, another playoff driver. Fourth, Robert Dudley, another playoff driver. Nate Seeker fifth, another playoff driver. Corey Budnot sixth, another playoff driver. And then Jeff Hollingsworth seventh, another playoff driver. And David Bigger, I believe, going to be scored ninth. He is another playoff driver. Then you go back to 13th is Tanner Coster, the other playoff driver. And the last one right now shown on the lead lap is 16th, the 07 of Ray Black Jr., another playoff driver. We'll just wait, let them cross the line, make sure everything's right before I go branding it. That's a cool combination. Needs to come over here and judge. But we appreciate you tuning in anyway, man. And it kind of sucks being alone, but hopefully somewhat entertaining. I personally enjoy being alone up here in the booth, especially on these kind of tracks, because it's so long of a lap and so long of the caution laps. A lot better with company for sure. So doing the best I can. Hopefully it's not too boring for you. All right, let's take a look at the top 10 right now. Brandon Stokes. See the CC. So Brandon Stokes, your playoff driver. Chris Bouchard, second, a playoff driver. Joe Morganti, third. Robert Dudley, fourth, a playoff driver. Fifth is Nate Seifker, a playoff driver. Sixth, Corey Budnot, a playoff driver. 7th, Jeff Hollingsworth, playoff driver. Willie Glenn, 8th. David Bigger, 9th, a playoff driver. And Ron Holyfield still hanging on tight for 10th. Take a look at our summary. We still only got 27 lead changes so far. We need a few more. We're going to break Sunday night's record. 72 laps complete, 27 lead changes, 22 laps remaining. And I'll tell you what, you think the racing was tough then? Wait, it's only going to get tighter now. Track temperature went down to 89, so it should be a little bit more grip. Going to have some guys feeling like Superman out there. And I believe when we go back green, we'll probably be 20 or 19 laps to go. It sounds like it's short. Still a long way around here at Talladega because there's a long way to go for each lap. But I'll tell you what, these guys ain't going to be looking at that way. They're going to see 20 to go, and it's going to be go time. So expect to see no give and all take. And I wish the paints would have come up. I wish I knew what the problem was. Wish I knew what the problem was. It's got to be because I believe in the server they have it checked to hide the numbers, and I think somebody was saying that there was a problem with the Truck Series. I know the Cup Series worked because we've done it. We haven't done it in the Truck Series, so it's the only thing I can really think of. So I'm sorry, guys, that your paints aren't showing, but nothing I can do about it. It's out of my hands. Nonetheless, we still got some good racing going on. So to be a good start, we got Stokes, Bouchard, Morganti, Dudley, Siefker, Budnat, Hollingsworth, Glenn, Bigger, and Holyfield. Your first 5 rows. Definitely going to be some action. I know these guys are seeing going to be 20 to go when they grab the green, and that click in your head that just says, okay, it's time to go. Although at this track, it could be 2 to go, and you still got time to make some moves, so depending where you're at. But sit tight, this should be good. Don't forget you're watching PASKY Slam Cake Vapes Truck Series. Talladega Playoff Race number 1. But check out Slam Cake Vapes. Got some good flavors over there. Hey, we're just gonna wait for the pace car to head on in, and let's see if this inside line can do anything, or is that outside line gonna prevail as we've seen all night? And will we try to get a 3rd lane built up out there? Pace car is making his way down. You can see him not driving through a wall or anything. See if our leader's going to go or wait for the green here. Trying to keep these guys on their toes, catch them off guard here. And there he goes with the green flag. So Stokes and Bouchard kind of pull away a little bit. These guys definitely going to swallow them up in a minute. Bouchard's going to jump down to the inside. That's going to let, I believe, Robert Dudley, no, he's going to jump to the inside also. So that'll leave Budnat to lead that outside line. Somebody's going to jump up there with him as soon as they see him start moving forward. And there goes, oh, a little bit of a tap there between the 28 and the 53. Bouchard to the outside. He's got Robert Dudley right behind him. Wow, almost a little bit of contact between the 53 and the 28. I don't know, man. A lot less give, a lot more take going on. Let's look back from the leader. That second line starting to close in on them. Jump back to second place. A little bit of shuffling going on, some bumps right there. Going with Bouchard now. Oh, somebody gets shot down off the track. It's Antonucci. Does he make it back up? Yeah, no problem. Good driving right there. Gonna be close at the line. Let's see if that line can do anything here. Run through the dog leg. Is he gonna get the run to the line? I don't know. That's close. I believe that is gonna. No, that does go to Bouchard. Wow, I would have swore that was Stokes that had that one. 17 to go. The heat is on. Too bad you can't play any sound clips or anything without getting banned. Robert Dudley right there behind Bouchard, and right behind him is the 34 Budnot, and then the 1 of Ron Holyfield of running in that outside line. James McDavid. Oh, we got a big one. Well, not a big one, but we got another one going on back here. Wow. Look at Tanner Coster. Wow, dude, that was crazy. Go back. See what happened here with Tanner Coster. It looks like the 82 got into the 33, and look at Coster spinning. Oh my goodness. Do we take the ride? Sure we do. We're inside right now with the 97, one of the playoff drivers too. Man, wow, you see him just get clipped. Wow. Holy moly, that is crazy. Let's see if we can find out what happened with the 82 here with Baker. It looks like, I believe that might have been a 78. Made a little bit of contact. Yeah, he gave a tap to the 82, which sent him up to the 33. And he hooks the 97. And 97, I got to see that again. That was just crazy. Watch. Surprised the engine didn't come flying out of that one. All right, there's no way if I'm up front that I'm coming in. Ain't no way, no how. was gonna say, there's no way, no how. I'm up in the front. I am not coming in. 14 laps to go. I mean, it's still a long way to go. No, I'm not coming in. Let's see, does anybody come in? Anybody coming in? Yeah, we got a couple drivers coming down. They're already in the back a little bit anyway, so not really going to lose anything by coming in. But how many of these drivers up here in the front? No, sir, I am not coming in. Got the lucky dog going by. Take a look at the top 10. So got a bunch of playoff drivers up here in the top 10. What's our lead change count? 29. 87 degrees. Yeah, so we're going. Yeah, if Wingnut was here, he'd tell you before I even, when I always say I'm going to go in with the driver that's spinning like that, he's like, yeah, he'll tell everybody, man, get your bag ready. A bunch of guys left. We still have 16 on the lead lap. Devin Doss in the 95 is your last truck on the lead lap. Rob Jenkins is your first truck a lap down. So he's in the lucky dog spot, but he's got Tanner Coster. Oh, Tanner Coster is going to be sitting for a while. So, yeah. Did another caution come out? Rob Jenkins will have that one. Oops, sorry about that. So let's see, we got Brandon Stokes up front, Joe Morganti, and we're winding the laps down. Let's see now. So Rob Jenkins is going to be the only one a lap down. Everybody else is going to be 2 laps or more down. We have 6 trucks that have taken it to the garage. So we got some guys in pit road trying to get some damages repaired to get back out there. Lou Baker and Bob Lacavara. Look at the 78. He was able to get back out. He's 2 laps down. Surprised he can drive after spinning like that. Kind of like the calm before the storm. You'd be funny up here in the booth, man. This is going to be a, what do we got, 13 laps, 12 laps. Lights go out. Yeah, so we'll have 11 lap shootout here. We could probably do one more caution and still go back green. Tell you what, I moved down south 2012, had no allergies. I've been here. Man, allergies are killing me. Went from none to full throttle. So if you look now, Stokes is taking the outside on this start. Morganti on the inside. Oh, someone's disappearing behind the number 2. That's the 42 Hollingsworth. It's been blinking a little bit here and there, especially on the caution. So I think Stokes got a plan here because he's starting on the outside. I think he's thinking about something. I know he's thinking about winning. What is it, the stats are with 10 to go, usually the person leading isn't the one that wins the race. We'll have to see how that plays out. All right, pace car is getting ready to go on in. Let's see what these guys can do. We'll have 11 laps to go this time by. Stokes on the outside, Morganti on the inside. See if they're going to wait it out for the green flag, or is he going to go before that? Yeah, it looks like he's going to go. Try to catch these guys sleeping. We are back green. You got Siefker and Stokes up front. You got the 42 of Hollingsworth dropping down in front of Morganti. We got 3 chase driver, playoff drivers, 1, 2, and 3. And just like I said before, a whole lot of take. There ain't gonna be no give right now. And we're seeing that. Oh, the 28 and the who is that? Wow. Yeah, caution does come out. The 28 and the 53 make contact. See what happened here. It looked like the 53 might have made contact. Oh, he tried to go up at the same time the 42 went up. Yeah, and then the 28 makes contact with the 53. Both of them hard into the wall. Thankfully, they don't collect anybody else in that one. Let's look at that one more time. Look at it from the far chase here. Where did they go? Hold on. Yeah, see, looking at it from that angle, looked like the 53 came down on the 28, but prior, looked like the 28 went up into the 53. So it just depends on which way you look at it. So that puts Nate Siefker up in the front. Jeff Hollingsworth, Brandon Stokes, David Bigger. So you got 4 playoff drivers separated with 5th place Willie Glenn. Then it goes back to Robert Dudley in 6th Ray Black Jr. in 7th, Corey Boudinot in 8th. So we got 3 playoff drivers stuck there and 4 playoff drivers up front. That's really going to get interesting because we are going to have a shootout. All right, we'll be back.
A move. Truex in the outside, contact made. 56 slides in at a 4. Who's going to be at the stripe? Dead even. Give it to Ryan Truex. Truex is your winner over Tandy.
Okay, we're back. We are still pacing on the caution here. Let's take a quick look at the summary. We've got 30 lead changes, so pretty close to the 34 that were Sunday night. Looks like we'll have 6 laps to go, maybe when we take the green. One more time, look at the weather, 85 degrees, so definitely cooled down quite a bit. Seen some good racing going on here so far. A bunch of playoff drivers up in the front. Let's run through them real quick while we're pacing around. You got Jeff Hollingsworth up there in the front. He is one of your playoff drivers. Then it goes back to David Bigger, another one of your playoff drivers. Then Robert Dudley, another playoff driver. Then Ray Black Jr., another playoff driver. Corey Boudinot in the 34, another playoff driver. Then we go back to 13th with Chris Bouchard. And Nate Seifger back in 15th. And then you got Brandon Stokes in 16th, another playoff driver also. And then the one driver a lap down is going to be Tanner Costa, your playoff driver. Matthew Tyrrell also a lap down, and he is one of your playoff drivers. Let's see what Hollingsworth chooses to do here on this start. Is he going to take the inside, the outside? But we'll get 7 to go. Lights should go out. We'll have 6 to go when they take the green. If they get a lap or two in, and a caution comes out, that will end the race. I think it's been pretty good so far. Unfortunately, you know, in the trucks, you can't get that third lane going, so they did a good job of it. I believe it was the 48 who was able to make it work that one time and get down in the front, and I believe he even got to lead a lap from it. It looks like Hollinger is going to take the inside. Bigger is going to go to the outside. And you have Willie Glenn sitting back there in third. And look at Ron Holyfield up to seventh. Corey Boudinot doing good tonight. Got sixth place so far. I know it says 7 laps to go, be 6 laps to go this time by. Still quite a ways before we take the checker flag. So anything can happen. I mean, any of these guys from 10th on back to 16th still can be up in the front and win this race. Just that fast. They did long caution laps too. Unfortunately here, Pocono, Indianapolis, Daytona, caution laps are killers. In the car or in the broadcast booth, they're killers. All right, it's time to get at the edge of the seat, because that's about where you're gonna want to be sitting for this. We'll see if a couple of these guys like Brandon Stokes, Nate Seifert, Chris Bouchard, who are 13, 14 to 15, can work their way back up to the front as the pace car gets ready to go in pit road. We're going to be firing these dudes up one more time. Hollingsworth on the inside. And there they go. This could be the final start of the night. 33 quickly to the outside, going to jump back in. We're 3 wide back there. Hollingsworth pulling out way far in front of these guys. I don't know if that's going to be good for him or not. But yeah, we are 3 wide back here, 2 deep. They're sorting things out, trying to get where they need to go. 3 wide now, closer up front. And David Bigger to the front. I believe that's Corey Boudinot, yeah, on the outside. He's got Robert Dudley behind him now. He's got, oh man, the 42 jumps up and gets the 57. Oh man. That is probably going to end it. See the 57 here, and then watch the 42 tries to jump up to get to that outside line. And I don't know if the 57 went to go block him or not. Let's change our camera and see. 42 jumps up. Yeah, it looked like the 57 was going to try and go up there with him, but man, it just didn't work. Oh, Tanner Coster got a piece of that one too. Let's see how these guys did. Ride with the 23. He was kind of close in that. See if he was able to get through without any issues. Yeah, wow. Tanner Costa with a hard hit. That's really going to, well, he was 2 laps down, so still not the way you want to end the first one. But it's Talladega. Even the cone got involved in that one. So we'll see. We may end up with a 2-lap shootout. I'm not sure. We'll have to keep an eye here. We have 5, 4, 3. Yeah, it's quite possible we can get a 2-lap shootout still. Yeah, and unfortunately, these, like I said, these caution laps are so long. Even if in the car or the truck, you're like, man, come on, let's go. We're sitting with Willie Glenn in second. You see Corey Bruton under 34 right behind him in third. Back to Ron Hollyfield in fourth. Look at all those windshields, man. Look at all the rubber built up on there. Yeah, Cohen was just sitting there minding his own business. He got caught up in that one. But we still have 16 on the lead lap. David Bigger able to stay on the lead lap in 16. Terrell, not sure. Yeah, he's going to get the wave round. So we'll have 17 on the lead lap. Let's take a quick look and see where our playoff drivers are. You got Hollingsworth up front. Willie Glenn. Then you got Corey Boudinot, the playoff driver, sitting in third. Hollyfield in fourth. Robert Dudley in fifth, another playoff driver. Sixth, you got Ray Black Jr., another playoff driver. And then in 10th, you got Chris Bouchard. And in between that, you have Lonnie Barrington, seventh. James McDavid, eighth. Johnny Antonucci, ninth. Nice seeing all those trucks out there. I just wish the paints were coming through. Yeah, Tanaka, they're still smoking, unfortunately. Probably just trying to hang on for the finish here. Three laps to go. I don't know if the lights are going to go out. I'll be surprised if the lights do go out and give us a 1-lap shootout, but I highly doubt it. "32 lead changes. We were only 2 away from 34 from Sunday night's race." Keep an eye on the pace car, see if the lights go out this time by. Would be cool to see a quick little shootout. I hope everybody's enjoying the race here tonight. Hopefully the broadcast's coming through good. Like I said, Wingnut is not feeling good. He's been sick for a couple days, so hopefully Wingnut will feel better and get back up in the booth. Be around for race number 2 Monday night. believe, excuse me for my memory, but I believe Monday night is going to be Bristol in the Grand Nationals. That should be a lot of fun. Come on, lights, go out, go out, go out. Nice to see a quick shootout. Oh yeah, all right, yeah. Tighten them up, we're going back. Like they say, all right, man, get a drink, tighten up your belts, clean up them tires, and let's go. This is gonna be interesting. It's gonna be wicked hot right now. We got Hollingsworth, a playoff driver, starting on the inside, in charge of this start. Right behind him is your next playoff driver, and third is Budnat. Then fifth and seventh is fifth is Robert Dudley, seventh is Ray Black Jr. And just like I said, this is still anybody's race. Looks like Hollingsworth may have this one in the bag, but I'll tell you what, even with a shootout, there's a long way around. Anything can happen. And once we take the white flag, anybody spins, wrecks, as long as these guys can keep on going, race it back to the line, somebody is going to get there first, and it may be somebody you're not even thinking of. Yeah, poor Wingnut, he's sick. I think he needs some Hungry Jacks and some tea or something. I hope he watches and hears that too. I'll drive him nuts. All right, pace car's going in. This is going to be the final start. We are definitely going to be finding out who wins this race after this start. And we are going. Hollingsworth didn't waste any time taking it to the line. Look at the 12 of Willie Glenn with Ron Holyfield. White flag is out. There is not going to be any cautions. This is going to be a race to the line. Willie Glenn is not a playoff driver. Hollingsworth down there in the 42 is. Corey Budnat right behind him is also a playoff driver. Here comes Ray Black Jr., Robert Dudley, and Chris Bouchard, though, too. This is scary. This is going to be hang on tight moment. Anything can happen. And oh, look at Ray Black Jr. down to the inside. Budnat trying to get his nose down on the inside. Couldn't get it in time. They're going around. Budnat up into the wall. Wow. And I believe Hollingsworth is going to get that one. Holy moly. I'll tell you what, that's the way to do it if you're going to do it. Checkers or wreckers, man. Coming to that final lap, you cannot lift. Wow, you see how fast he shot up to the wall? Even look at Seifker. Holy wow, man. Did you see that? I got to find him in this list and go ride with him because I don't know how he slingshot up into the wall like 1,000 miles an hour. Oh, right there. Yeah, wow. All right, let's go back again. I got to see this one more time. Ray Black Jr. in the 07 trying to find a hole there. And Willie Glenn almost was okay. All right, that is it. Hollingsworth, McDavid, and Mark Jenkins, your top 3. That's a good shot right there. Wow, that was really good, man. Hollingsworth's got 11 laps led, started 13th. Let's get a word in. Let's see if he's up here. We'll get a word in with the winner first. Take me a minute to get my eyes adjusted. If I can find him. Let's see him jump around somewhere. Where'd he go? I tell you what, we're gonna go with Mark Jenkins first if I can find him. Give me a second here. I know. I found him finally. All right, Mark Jenkins, you got the SR booth. You got a copy.
Yeah, I got you, bud.
Hey, man, dude, what a crazy finish there, man. Dude, that was just insane. Looked like it was a pretty good run for you for a while, kind of up and down. Same thing we saw Sunday night, man. Seemed like the outside line seemed to be the line to be in. Talk us through your race here tonight, man. Probably not the finish you were looking for.
Yeah, man, I was having a good night running up front, and I got shuffled to the back there. Actually, I had to make a pit stop for a pee break, and after that, I just kind of seemed to get back up there.
I'll tell you what, man. You got a third place finish out of all that, so not too bad. We weren't really sure if we were going to be going back green or not, too, man. But when I saw we were going to have that shootout, I was like, yeah, man, that's the way I'd like to see this end. How did you make it through that? I don't know what that was at the end, man. That wreck, dude. How in the world did you manage to stick it for third?
Well, man, I had a good pusher behind me. Stokes was on glued to my back bumper, and want to thank him. I told him to stick with me, and he did. And we had a heck of a run, and they started wrecking, and we were able to find a hole there and slip through.
So now let me ask you something. How did the truck feel for you out there tonight? We saw it was a little bit hot on the start. Any issues with water temperatures or anything like that?
Honestly, it didn't overheat once tonight, and I can be pretty aggressive pushing, and didn't have a problem with overheating. But the truck would definitely get a little free, as about 15, 20 laps into a run, especially in a tri-oval, which is will make your hair on your arm stand up.
Yeah. We seen, Sunday night we watched a truck race here at Talladega also, and same thing. It seemed like the outside line was where you wanted to be. The inside line would get a good run going into the turns, but then like coming out of 4 and coming through the dog leg, man, that second lane would just dominate. We saw guys on Sunday night try to get a third lane together, but it just didn't really work out really well. And we kind of saw that again here tonight. During the race, I don't really remember. Did you get a chance to get up in that third lane and try it? And if you did you see the same thing what we did? It really wasn't there.
Sunday night, the third line wasn't working at all, from what I could tell. But tonight, I saw some guys actually getting some good runs. I saw Michael Atkins making some headway up there, and I don't know what the difference was, but yeah, they did a good job.
Yeah, we saw Michael Atkins. He actually was one of the only drivers that was able to get up there. Had a good run, had a bunch of trucks behind him, and he was able to get down back into the middle lane or the second lane and get up and lead a lap too, man. So we were really surprised at that because, like I said, Sunday night that couldn't happen. But I'm not really sure where we go next week for race number 2. should be. I'm not sure. I know we're at Bristol in the Grand Nationals, but I'm not sure on here, and I can't get to it right now. But you be here next week for next week's race or no? I think I might. Have I lost you?
Oh, you got me?
All right. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, man. I'll be here. I'm looking forward to it, and you know, I want to thank y'all for broadcasting. Y'all do a heck of a job. Got to give a shout out to my mom too, and my beautiful wife. Thank y'all for letting me do this.
Yeah, man. I'll tell you what. It's always good when they're behind you on it, and it's not an issue, man. Well, not too bad, dude. You got a third place finish. Better than not finishing at all. I know you would like to come out of here with the win, but we'll see what happens next week, man. We know you can do it. We know you got a truck for it. So good luck to you, bud, and congratulations on third.
Thank you, Paul. We'll see y'all next week, hopefully.
All right. Have a good night, man.
Too.
All right. That was our third place finish there. Mark Jenkins. Let's see if we can find James McDavid. I'm telling you, man, I'm having a hard time finding people here. There he goes. I got him. Try to get away.
On the inside line.
All right. James McDavid, you got the SR booth. You got a copy, man.
Oh yeah, how you doing?
All right, man. How you doing, man? Second place here, dude. Not bad.
Well, you know, I think it was kind of a Moses moment that the seas parted and let me get into second. Actually, Tanner in the default channel, you know, we all hang out in what we call the default team, said that last year at this time he was like ninth and actually won it. He said, just keep it clean, and when they wreck, find your way through.
Yeah.
So I kind of got lucky on that.
Yeah, you can, especially, man, with a two-lap shootout like that, you can't lift, you can't give, you just got to go. And we were saying, too, if you go back and watch on that last start, I was saying really anybody, even from 10th all the way back to 12th or 16th, still could come up and win this race. You know what I mean? So it can happen just that fast, dude. You were right there, man, second place. Tell us how your night went. Tell us what you felt out there on the track.
I felt pretty good. I really didn't like the inside lane a lot, but some reason it seemed like every time I started, I was on the inside. So I tried to get, you know, up to the outside lane, and then I dropped back one time, and I think we dropped back a little bit too far, trying to stay out of wrecks. And then a caution came, luckily, and got us back, and then we stayed a little closer to the mix. I would make a run to see if I could work my way up, and I'd work my way up every once in a while, but I was liking hanging out about, you know, 10th or 11th, just to kind of be able to watch things happen a little bit better.
Yeah, we were watching, man. We saw a couple guys trying to go up in that third lane, and you know, obviously that third lane wasn't working really good, man. It seemed like the second lane definitely had the run, especially coming out of 4, going through the dog leg and coming back to the start-finish line. It would look like the inside line, and we even had some guys in chat saying, you know, why guys taking the inside line when the outside line is so dominant, man. But it's just so hard to, you know, to stay in that second lane, even though you're leading. You're so programmed, I guess, to get down into that inside lane and run that inside line, you know?
Yeah, used to you just ran nose to tail inside line and went around and around unless somebody made a mistake. But you know, now they really got it where two lines can run pretty good. Also, coming through the front stretch, there's a spot. I don't know. I hit it every once in a while. It seemed like it'd make me a little loose, and I'd check up. And you know, there was a lot of checking up through there, so I just didn't like that. It seemed like the middle lane, you could just stay in your foot in it and just go, and didn't have to worry about much anything.
Yeah, you got that bump on the inside, and if you hit it just right, it does definitely upset the truck or the car that you're driving. But not too bad, man. You guys did a good job out here. You got yourself a second place finish, so that's not too bad, man. If you can come out of Talladega with a top 10, especially with the amount of trucks that we had out here tonight, you come out here with a top 10, man. You had yourself a good night, so congratulations on that. And before we let you go, anybody you want to shout out to?
Oh yeah, especially my little girl. She has a heart condition. She's had 3 open heart surgeries. She's gonna have a heart cath tomorrow. Gonna have a stent put in. So she's 13. So just keep her in your prayers. But other than that, you know, my wife lets me race, and that default channel. I mean, you know, don't matter if we're winning, losing, or indifferent, we have a good time in there. So I really enjoy that more than almost the race itself.
Yeah, that's what counts, man. It's good to be around a good bunch of guys. And, yeah, man, we'll definitely say prayer for your daughter and hope everything goes good, man, and keep us updated, dude.
Yeah, I'll see y'all next week. Maybe I get to talk to you again with another lucky finish.
All right, man. All right, go celebrate, dude, and we'll talk to you then.
All right, have a good one.
All right, bye. All right, that was second place. James McDavid, like you heard him, man, pray for his daughter. Getting ready to go have a little bit of work done on her heart, stent put in, so definitely keep her in your prayers, everybody. Hope the best for her, and, you know, God can still work miracles, man. So just remember that. All right, let's look for Jeff Hollingsworth. Let's get our winner down here in the booth. Jeff Hollingsworth, you got the SR booth. You got a copy.
Yes, sir. Hey, Paul. How you doing, bud?
All right, man. Doing pretty good. Up here alone. Wing nut is 6. So, yeah, trying to keep going, man. Allergies are killing me. I didn't have none when I moved down here, dude. I got them all now, so it's killing me.
It's crazy how that works, isn't it?
But, hey, dude, you got the checkered flag, man. 11 laps led from a 13th-place start. You got to be feeling pretty good.
I feel good because that was a long thing, and you know me, but I was in the right spot at the right time, and you know, God smiled on me, man. Here I am.
It's funny too, man, because like at these kind of tracks, Talladega and Daytona, a lot of times the guys who are up in the front, you know, towards that last run, that little shootout or whatever, usually don't finish the race. You know, it's usually 10th place. Yep, yeah.
Yeah.
So to see you come out, man, and escape is pretty good, man. How was it feeling out there for you?
It was the setup was good. I was just talking to guys up there. It was weird. I never had this in the trucks at a super speedway, but it got a little loose going into 3 there when you got a little tire wear. And other than that, man, it was drivable. Everything was good. I just want to say I wouldn't have won without Corey Boudinot shoving me, man. He was all over me on that restart, and had fun racing with my teammates there, Robert and Ron, and anyways, it was a good time, man.
Yeah, we saw as you guys were coming towards the checkers there, Corey was definitely all over the back pushing you, and then he kind of broke off and stuck his nose down on the inside, and we weren't really sure if that was going to become an issue or not, but obviously it didn't. But man, I was watching, bro. I was like,
yeah, the one before that caution before that, I was like, man, I had a run. I went to the outside, and he moved up the block, but it was a half second too late and caused that last caution.
Yeah. But not bad.
And everybody's in good spirits up there. I think only a few people are a little bit butthurt, but most people are feeling pretty good. It was a fun race. I'm glad it's over. Let's go on to Chicago, man.
Yeah, I was just going to ask you too, man, if you knew where we were going next. I know Bristol's Monday night, so Chicago, that's going to be a good race, man. We noticed with the trucks, even Sunday night, man, it's almost impossible now with the package to get a third lane going.
We were flying up there. You could get it going, and then it would stall out going into the turn. But the way that they have the rules in this league, you can't bump in the turn. So the car's on the low line, and when they're in the turn, they're slowing down. I would have rather been on the out, except for the end there, of course. But I'd rather have been on the outside most of the time. It was easier to drive. You didn't have to lift as much, and you get some really fun runs up there.
Well, not too bad, man. 32 lead changes. You started 13th. You got 11 laps led. You take home the checkers, man, in the playoffs, so that's definitely going to help you. Can't wait to see where this shakes everybody out so we can bring it to everybody again next week, man. Definitely be looking forward in Chicago to see what goes on there because the racing there is really good in the trucks, man. I think it's going to be a good race. Congratulations, bro. Before we let you go, anybody you want to shout out to?
Yeah, just my teammates, Ron and Paul that were always hanging out with me. And then the guys up there in the default channel, I'm going to shout out to them, man. They're up there cutting up. And I would hang out in the default channel, but I'm too ADD. I'm like, I cannot have a lot of background noise when I race.
I hear you.
Them guys, but also, of course, the league and you guys for broadcasting. And I wish old Wingnut well.
Yeah, poor Wingy, man. He's not doing too good. He's feeling down. He's sick. So, he's taking it easy. Hopefully he'll recover and get back in the booth here again, man. It's tough being in the booth alone, especially on a track like this, dude. I'm about ready to lose my voice. I'm like, dude, I'm glad it's over because I was running out. But anyhow, man, go celebrate your victory, man. Congratulations on taking the win here in the playoff. And I believe, weren't you also the season point champion?
Yes, sir, I was.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Awesome, bro. Awesome. So congratulations, dude. We'll look for you next week and see what you got, man. Hopefully you can get a back-to-back. Let's see some championship stuff come out of here, man.
I'd love it. I'm going to give it my best, man. I hope your voice feels better by next Monday. Take care, buddy.
All right, man. Go celebrate, dude.
Thanks.
All right, everybody. That was your winner, Jeff Hollingsworth. And quickly, let me just throw this back up again just to remind you of the top 12 that were in. Was Jeff Hollingsworth, Tanner Coster, Nate Siefker, Matthew Tyrrell, Christopher Bouchard, Kevin Mayhood Paskowitz, Ray Black Jr., Corey Boudinot, Robert Dudley, David Bigger, Brandon Stokes, Michael Whitaker. Those were your top 12. And Jeff Hollingsworth did get the regular season's point standings. So, and now come out of here with the first win tonight. So not bad. Pretty good race, man. I enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty good. Be a lot better for me if I had somebody up here with me to help me out because I'm slowly losing my voice from these allergies that I didn't have. But a great race here tonight, man. I know there's a couple guys that are going to be mad, and there's a bunch of drivers that were in the wrong place at the wrong time, or the right place the wrong time. You know what I mean? But that's Talladega. Move on to Chicago. Should definitely be a lot better race. See what the trucks do there now with this new package. So we'll go over the results here, and then we're going to pack it up and head on out. So you got Jeff Hollingsworth, playoff driver. He's going to finish first. James McDavid finishes second. Mark Jenkins finishes third. Brandon Stokes, another playoff driver. He finishes fourth. Ray Black Jr. finishes fifth. He's another playoff driver. Then it got Lonnie Barrington, Devin Doss, seventh. John Annucci, eighth. Willie Glenn, ninth. Nate Siefker is going to finish 10th. He's another playoff driver. 11th goes to Ron Hollyfield. 12th is Robert Dudley, playoff driver. 13th is David Bigger, a playoff driver. 14th is Rob Jenkins. 15th is Chris Bouchard, who's a playoff driver. 16th, Corey Boudinot, playoff driver. 17th, Matthew Tyrrell, playoff driver. Then you got Chad Witt, 18th. 19th, Francois Pelletier. And 20th is Tanner Coster, and he was another playoff driver. 21st, Joe Morganti. 22nd, Hoot Baker. 23rd, Bob Lacavara. 24th, Michael Atkins Jr. 25th, Stephen Parks. 26th is 707, Mike Whitaker, a playoff driver. 27th, Byron Rodney. And 28th, Kevin Paskowitz was a playoff driver. It's Talladega. They still got time to make it up, so we'll look for them next week in Chicago. But don't forget, on Monday night, what are we at? Not Monday night, Friday night in the Grand Nationals. I believe we will be at Bristol for the playoff race number 2. So tune in about 9:15 right here on SR Broadcasting and watch these guys go at it again. Until then, everybody, have a good night, and hope everybody's doing well. Say a prayer for McDavid's daughter, and keep her in your prayers, man. Remember, God's still in the miracle business, so keep it tight. Good night, everyone.